All right, guys, it's stabilizer week. It's shoulders and abs today is what we're going to be working on. We're going to start off with battle ropes. I've got two movements based on how tired my shoulders get, okay? We're going to do a standing shoulder drum, okay? So I'm not going to be bent over. I'm not going to be here. I'm just going to stand, and I'm going to walk. I'll walk forward if I need to because I want to bring my arms up as high as I can. Right here, and then I'll just step back. But I want my arms to go as high as possible to really emphasize that shoulder engagement. Now, I won't be able to do that very long, definitely not for a minute. So I'm going to hit those, okay? When I get tired, all I'm going to do is I'm going to do lateral hops with a two-handed drum. So I'm going to drum right here, side to side. Just a little lateral hop, bringing them down. I might hit 20 seconds. Once I'm there, I'll go right back to my standing long arm shoulder drum. Back and forth as you see fit, as you need to change it up. We're going to go right to the rower, guys, for number 2. This is going to be alternating single arm row. So I'm just going to pull to the side right here. So I'm just going to pull over, turn it over here, switching hands every time. Back and forth. Getting lots and lots and lots of core engagement with that. Okay, guys, we're going to go on to the TRX bands. We're going to do both straps in one hand. It's going to be a single arm overhead body pull, okay? So right here, all of my arms elevated. I modify, the tougher it's going to be is how far my feet are forward. So if I want to release tension, make it not quite as hard, I'll just bring my feet back. And it's not going to take much. So right here, keeping my arms straight, all I'm going to do is pull myself up and straight right here. I'm going to hit about 5 or 6. If I can take a little more, I'll just bring my feet forward, pulling back. Hit 5 or 6, I switch it up, and I hit with the other side. Feet back if it starts to get a little tough. We're going to go into an ab movement, guys. We got 2 different movements inside of the minute. We're going to go plates. I'm going to go a plated V up, but my back is going to stay flat on the floor. Okay, right here. So everything's out. I bring them up, I roll my shoulders, and I bring them back right here. I'm just going to hit about 8 to 10 of those. And then I'm going to come up, and I'm going to hit 8 to 10 Russians, back and forth. Nice and slow. Hit 8 to 10 of those, boom, I'm right back on V-ups. I'm just going back and forth, watch your time. Make sure you kind of get both in at the same time. All right, guys, we're going to go on the box. We're going to go mule kicks. There's 2 different ways we can do this. One's a little more cardio driven, a little easier, and the other one's going to be more engagement on the core, and I'm going to have to stabilize. It'll be a little bit tougher. The easier one, I'm just going to put hands a little bit up front, right here, and I'm just bringing them up. Here, I'm bringing them down. Here. If I want, I can hit as quick as possible, or I can just kind of kick back and come down. Up, kick, okay? However you want to do it. More cardio driven, that it gets a little more core if you kick back and then down. If you want to go a little more advanced, you can go up and down on those kicks right here. Here, up, here, down, here, up, here, down, back and forth, putting a nice arch in that lower back and in your core. You're going to get a lot of body engagement with that. They're a little bit more difficult. Be careful if you're going to do that. Your choice, 3 different ways you can hit them. All right, next one's going to be seated, alternating, hammer curl to a press. So right here, okay, we're going to go one arm at a time. I'm going to hammer curl to my shoulder, press. Right there, palm in. Hammer curl, press. Hammer curl, press, right here. Probably medium to heavy dumbbells, whatever you can handle. I'm going to hit that movement for a minute. 7th exercise, guys, is going to be an ab exercise with some shoulder engagement. It's called Snow Angels. I'm going to go a pretty light dumbbell, set of dumbbells. I'm going to go palms up, feet up. I want to keep my hands as close to the floor as I possibly can. Right here, all I'm going to do, just like when you were a kid, I'm going to hit that snow angel movement, My notice the dumbbells stay just a few inches off the floor. I don't want to go past what my cuff can handle. I got to be careful on my cuffs that I don't damage them. So I'm only going to go as far as my cuff will allow. Right here. Okay? If you need to, you can always bring them in. You can hit some bicycles or some flutter kicks if you get to that point where you just can't hold those anymore. All right, guys, we're going to go medium dumbbells, probably plenty. We're going to go body straight, legs together. Okay, we're going to do basically a half moon body pull with the dumbbell. It's going to be cross body. So I'm going to go cross body, half moon. So I'm going to keep my arm fairly straight through the movement. I'm going to go across the body on the way down. So I go to the opposite side of my knee and I pull up over the head right here. Keeping my feet together as much as I can. As I come down, slight bend to the knees, come to the outside of that leg, pull up over the shoulder. I'm going to hit, again, this is a medium dumbbell at most. Be careful how heavy you go with this. I'm going to hit probably 6 reps, switch my hand, and I'm going to go 6 on the other side, right there. Be very careful going up that you don't overextend. Be careful how heavy you go, especially on that first round until you get a feel for it. Okay, guys, we're going to go on the band, probably a medium band at most on the bar. Okay, we're going to go a single leg, bent over, pull down. So my palms are down. I've got my band. I'm going to make sure there's some tension on it. I'm going to take my one leg back right here, okay? So I want some tension. Oops, I want some tension. I'm looking down straight at my toe, and I'm just going to pull past my calf here. I'm going to hit probably 5 or 6. If I don't have enough, I'll just step back and I'll put a little more tension on it. Notice my arms stay straight, my palms are rear. I'll hit maybe 5 or 6. I'll switch my feet, put the other leg back, stare at one spot on the floor, and I'm going to hit pull downs from this side. Okay? Going back and forth 5 or 6 reps at a time. Number 10, guys, number 10 is going to be shoulder push-ups. We're going to go one arm up, one arm down, okay? Off the bar and the floor. Now, this is going to be a head breaker, all right? I want to go forward towards the bar. I'm not going down towards the floor. I'm going towards the bar, pushing myself back, hitting basically a shoulder press, a one-arm shoulder press at the same time. One hand down, one hand up. I go forward right here to where my head almost hits that bar, and I'm pushing straight back. I have very little tension on this hand, okay? I'm not using that hand. Almost all of my weight is on this one. I can drop my knees as well. Just make sure you're pushing forward. I'll hit maybe 5 or 6 reps, and then I'll switch hands. If I need to, we'll have a step here, and I can add. That'll take some of the pressure off of the shoulder, and I can add right here so I'm not going down quite as far. And the key, forward and back. You may want to look at that bar to make sure your head doesn't knock it. So I may keep my eyes on that bar right here as I push back. Okay, out to my knees, hit the other side. You may have to use your knees again for help. Okay, that's 10 shoulders and abs. Should be a good one. Have fun, get dirty.